Hey guys, welcome to Goku of Light anime recommendation. And today I thought I would talk about my second favorite series. Since I already did my first favorite today, might as well do second favorite. And you know, it's kind of a close, really first and second, to be honest. It's not even that I like Yu Yu Hakusho so much more than this series. It's just that Yu Yu Hakusho, I felt like, did a better job with the anime series, opposed to how it's, I would say, transferred from the manga to the anime, or how the story is told in comparison. So the series I'm talking about today is Samurai X, aka Rurouni Kenshin, and this honestly would have been my favorite series of all time if the anime would have did a better job at telling the story as well as the manga. Now, on top of that, another thing that makes Rurouni Kenshin or Samurai X so great is the OVAs. If you've ever seen the first OVA, Samurai X Trust and Betrayal, it is by far my favorite anime movie. It is a great movie. Inside of the movie you get all the backstory of the character from basically being a child to his adulthood. And that's another great thing about this series. It travels all the way from the point of the main character being a kid, a small little child, all the way until the day he dies. So you get the entirety of his situation. There's no wondering what happens if or after. I mean, you do get, obviously, more questions at the end of any show. You're going to have that kind of wondering as far as the other characters in the show, but they give you everything you need as far as the main character. You get all of his story. And so that's great. By far, that alone separates it from most shows. The anime, now what makes it really great is you get the whole story. The thing that was, in my opinion, where I was just like, is it had a Naruto feel, where at the very end of it, you have 30 episodes of filler that really aren't needed. I felt like they just did it because they didn't want to end the series yet. It really pertains to nothing with the show. You can watch the first 90 episodes and get the entire series. So you don't need to watch the last 30 episodes, or however many there is. I believe that there's either 60 episodes of canon and 30 episodes of filler, or 90 episodes of canon. But I know there's 30 episodes of filler regardless. So at the very end of the Shishio arc, when you get to the end of the Shishio arc, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you watch the series, that's where you know the anime ends. You have a few episodes after that, kind of giving you a bit more, but it's not 100. In my opinion, if you're interested in watching the series or learning more, if you want to watch it from episode 1 to the very end of the Shishio arc, and then watch the OVA Reflections. Reflections takes place after the Shishio arc and gives you the very closing end of the story. So, I mean, if you want to get all of this in order, you watch a Samurai X Trust and Betrayal, the OVA movie, then you watch Rurouni Kenshin, the anime series, up to the very end of the Shishio arc, the rest is filler, and then very last, you're going to watch Samurai X Reflections. And if you don't know what that is, that's the one that has the cover with half Kenshin's face and half Karu's face. Now, personally, the Reflections movie is really good. I would give it an 8 out of 10, but I don't rate nothing higher than Trust and Betrayal. Trust and Betrayal, 9 out of 10, great anime, the best OVA I've ever seen, and really one of the main things that made me want to start watching anime. On top of Dragon Ball Z, Samurai X is one of my all-time favorites. Obviously, I love Dragon Ball Z. My name is Goku. But really, the reason I chose the name Goku more or less was because that's what inspired me to start watching anime. For me, Toonami was my first experience with anime, really, and that's Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho. So that's why I'm here talking about the show today. Particularly, you know, getting a little bit more into depth with it, the show follows around a kid that basically starts off as a slave. You know, he starts off as a slave, his family died, and he was sold to slave traders, and this is in feudal era Japan. And this isn't a typical shonen where people power up and do random stuff, you know, it's nothing like that. It's very on point with being accurate, you know, people die, they're dead, period. There's no coming back or nothing real like that. It's very realistic. The show pretty much pertains to his journey from the very beginning to becoming the greatest swordsman of his era, and becoming what's called the Batosai, which is Japanese for demon slayer or manslayer, you know, pretty much someone that everyone fears. And he becomes the greatest swordsman and even assassin of his time. There's a lot more to it, but I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say it's not as simple as that. You know, after helping create this new government that he helped create, he overthrew the old government, a lot of problems occur, and he has a lot of regrets. And so it's a very great story. Like I said, it goes from the beginning of his life to the very end, so you get to see the course of his journey from being a boy to a man, and on top of that, the different life lessons that he learns, you get to learn with him. It has a lot of philosophy and a lot of Japanese culture tied into it, and yeah, very easily I give the series a 9 out of 10, and highly recommend you go watch it. I'll put links below if you want to start on episode 1, and yeah, that'll be all, so have a great day.